Alright, Internet. I thought I was done with Star Wars. Thought I was going to end it on a high note after my review of The Force Awakens. But I'm not. And I blame myself, but I also blame my buddy Kyle. I've mentioned Kyle before in previous reviews, and he mentioned in a Facebook post, he mentioned the Star Wars Holiday Special. And I said to myself, I've never seen it. Send me the link, because he said it was on YouTube, and I'll review it. I watched it. Not ending this on a high note, Internet. I got my beer, which was needed. I took a shit ton of notes, which was needed to pay attention to this abomination. So you can already guess how I feel about this. But today, I am reviewing Just Let It Dark. I mean, it doesn't fucking matter because this was garbage. I mean, yeah. The Star Wars Holiday Special. Alright. Now, this came out in 1978. So it was a year after Star Wars New Hope, the original movie. And like I said, I'm just paying attention to my notes because, this was just a gigantic jumbled mess. So, but anyways, Han and Chewie are chased by Star Destroyers. This is how it opens up. And Chewie is yelling at Han because apparently Chewie has to get home to his planet. I believe it's pronounced, in the prequels, I believe they pronounce it Kashyyyk, but it's pronounced something else in the special, it doesn't matter. Chewie needs to get home to his home planet for Life Day. Okay, we don't know what the fuck Life Day is. Okay. We're now then introduced variety show ways to all the stars. I mean, we have Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, Harrison Ford. They say, Peter Mayhew and Anthony Daniels, voice of James Earl Jones. And then they say the guest stars. And we got B. Arthur, we got Art Carney, a musical performance by Jefferson Starship. Who is the other chick? Diane Carroll and Harvey Korman, And you know what, that seems like it'd be good. B. Arthur is fantastic. Harvey Korman is funny in some Mel Brooks movies and The Carol Burnett Show. I loved Art Carney on The Honeymooners. Okay. And then we get the introduction to Chewbacca's family. Also in the variety show type credits. We are introduced to his wife Mala, his dad Itchy, and his son Lumpy. Okay. Now, we get back to the story, and we're at Chewbacca's home. And like I said, we meet his family. And I've already said in many of my videos, this contains spoilers and all this shit. Watch at your own risk. I don't give a fuck if I spoil this whole thing for you because it's just garbage. And the reason why I took fucking notes is to prove it. Now, we meet Chewie's family, and Mala, his wife, is in the back. She's, worried that Chewie isn't coming home. Itchy, his dad, is just being some grumpy old bastard, sitting in the recliner, and down comes Lumpy, this annoying little shit, who we follow for a lot of the movie. And first off, the suits look bad. Okay, Mala looks just like Chewbacca to me. Now, Itchy is all gray, and he looks like someone took like a plastic Halloween mask of a Wookiee and kind of like smushed it like this, and then threw it in the dryer to help shrink it. So it looks like it would like. You ever see Beetlejuice? The character with the shrunken head. So it looks kind of like him, but with a Wookiee, hairstyle. And then Lumpy is just this little retarded looking Wookiee. Alright. And Lumpy is downstairs and he's bitching and moaning. And Mala's making him do chores and stuff like that. And they're worried about, is Chewbacca coming home? At least that's what I think they say, because the whole fucking conversation is in their home language, and there's no goddamn subtitles. And I'm thinking to myself, so I'm going to have to follow this fucking family, and I don't know what they're saying. Whose brilliant idea was that? Alright, so what do they do to shut Lumpy up? They give him some type of little computer chip or whatever, and he puts it in the table in the first movie where Chewbacca and R2-D2 and C-3PO are playing the virtual reality chess. So, okay, we'll see where this is going. What do we see? Lumpy watches some type of Cirque du Soleil performers. Juggling acts, contortionists. Yeah. Okay. So this fits in a Star Wars movie. Especially a holiday special. Okay. So then Mala tries to get a hold of Luke Skywalker. And Luke is with R2-D2 trying to repair one of the X-Wings. And first off, I'm fucking shocked. What the hell happened to Mark Hamill? I mean, this is after A New Hope, but before, Empire Strikes Back. And I think it's before his car accident, because he had a car accident, in between the two films. And he's as orange as a carrot, so he's got this bad tan job. He's got a Ken doll haircut. He's got the bluest eyes in the world. And I'm wondering what the fuck happened. Did he get jaundice in between filming? But anyways, it's a pointless scene where Mala is bitching to Luke. We don't know where Chewie is. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, I thought Chewie was with Han and they should be back by now. Alright, fine. And then Mala getting all upset, and Luke literally looks at her. He's like, oh, Mala, don't be like that. Let's see a smile. Please, for me. Okay. Next we get the Empire is checking out a trading post where Wookiees show up and trade. And it's run by Art Carney, who's trying to do some comedic shit that doesn't work. He's busy just telling the Empire, hey, look at this little, pocket-sized aquarium. The Wookiees love that, and this and that. Okay. Then we cut to Mala again, and she's watching a cooking show. And it is the hostess of this cooking show is like a parody of Julia Childs. Except it looks like, well, first off, it's played by Harvey Korman in an outfit, painted up and big fucking hair and suit. He actually looks like, an inbred version of the stepmother from, is it Cinderella? Yeah. But with like fucking 4 arms. And we got this shtick of him trying to explain how to make Bantha surprise to Mala, and he's saying you gotta add this shit, add that shit, and mix it with this hand, and use a wire whisk with this hand, but then you also need to pound it with this hand, and like all these multiple hands are coming out, and he's got this horrible shtick where he's saying, it reminds me of the game Simon, the old hand touch game Simon. When the blue light hits, you got to hit the blue light, and then you got to hit the red light in certain order. And he's saying, whisk it, stir, whisk, stir, then you hit it, and then Then we cut to Han and Chewie fighting the Empire with stock footage from the first film. And then Art Carney shows up. He shows up at Chewie's house, gives presents to everybody. He gives, Mala some stupid shit. And he says, he says Mala can't have her present unless she gives him a hug and a kiss. And then he gives the little shit Lumpy something. And then he gives Itchy his present. And it's this gigantic chair with like a virtual reality helmet that Itchy puts on. And what it is they turn it on, and Art tells Itchy, basically you're going to enjoy this in a creepy way, is the way he says it. And it ends up starting out, you see this visual of like a kaleidoscope. And then you see some characters swimming around. And then we see Diane Carroll. She's some singer from the 70s. Never heard of her. Whatever. And she's basically telling Itchy that she is his to command. Blah, blah, blah. Sings a song. I had to skip through the song to the very end, and you just see Itchy just sitting there just, and you know, enjoying it. Obviously, if we would have seen the camera angle a little bit down low, I guarantee he'd be touching himself or something. Perfect for Star Wars. And then we go to a useless Princess Leia and C-3PO scene. No one cares. Alright. Have you gotten the idea what I thought about this film yet? No? There's more. A lot more. The Empire shows up. And the Empire shows up at Chewie's home. And Art Carney is down there. And he's trying to distract them with some bad comedy shtick. Stupid. But how does he officially distract them? He makes them watch a Jefferson Starship music video. Because that belongs in Star Wars. A holiday special. Which we don't know anything about the holiday. Now, first off, if it's a holiday special, and I guess this showed around Thanksgiving, so either when it says holiday special, you're thinking maybe Thanksgiving, or the next holiday would be Christmas. No. Anyways, so what do? After Jefferson Starship plays, we go back upstairs, or downstairs, and Lumpy is bored. So he's watching footage from one of Chewie's latest missions. And it's drawn, it's a cartoon, okay? And it's horribly drawn. I mean, at first I thought it was done in the style of Heavy Metal. You know, that, the cartoon from, I don't know if it's the 70s or the 80s, but the cartoon Heavy Metal, the fucking kick-ass soundtrack, mainly, that's Blue Oyster Cult. But then I realized it's probably someone with, I don't know, what is it? With Parkinson's, maybe. I mean, sorry, I'm not going to apologize. If you've watched my show, it's not politically correct. I mean, but it looks like someone with shaky hands drew all these, and they look so fucking bad. And what it is Luke and C-3PO and R2-D2 are trying to help the Millennium Falcon. The Millennium Falcon is malfunctioning. They crash land on this stupid-ass planet. Don't care. I hardly paid attention to this thing. And when Luke crash lands, there's a dragon-type beast that's going to fucking, eat him alive. And he's saved by Boba Fett. So this is known as Boba Fett's first appearance, to my knowledge, because it's before he shows up in Empire Strikes Back. And basically, Boba is tricking them into letting him help them do what they need to do, but you find out he's working for the Empire to get a hold of Han Solo and Chewbacca. They defeat him, he flies away. The end. Okay. Now, after that, we have Lumpy upstairs, and he's watching a video on how to make some type of transmitter, like this homemade transmitter, and he doesn't know how to work it, or how to fix it, so he puts in a videotape. Once again, we have fucking Harvey Korman doing some stupid shtick, and he's telling Lumpy how to put this transmitter together, but he is like a malfunctioning robot, so like his arms are going bad, and he's, like he's doing the robot dance. It's really, really bad. The editing is so bad. I mean, I don't know. This came out, what did I say? This came out in 1978. I don't know when the Carol Burnett show was. So, if this is before or after the Carol Burnett show and Harvey Korman was fucking desperate for work, I don't know, dude. You just fucking sucked. Then, I mean, the Empire is still in the house, okay? And we now cut to, on television, a Life on Tatooine TV special. And we then go inside the cantina from the first show. And this is the only good thing in this entire fucking movie. Because we follow the story of a bartender, and it's B. Arthur. And she's doing her usual grumpy old lady shtick that she's done from the Golden Girls. Smart ass. Perfect. Excuse me. See, look, this film is just making me sick. Perfect shtick, you know her act from the Golden Girls. This grumpy old lady, quick-witted and all that, and she's down there and she's serving drinks to all the creatures, and then of course fucking Harvey Korman shows up, and he tries to win her love by trying to flirt with her and stuff like that. He's some weird fucking alien. He looks normal, but he's got a hole in his head, and that's how he drinks. I don't know. And then we find out that the Empire has put a curfew on Tatooine. So B. Arthur has to close the bar. And she's telling everybody, okay, everybody get out of here, you gotta go. There's this big uproar. So she says, one more drink. It's on the house. And then she does a good musical number. A very, very nice musical number. She sings a real good song about, the time that they have together. Blah, blah, blah. Dances around with some of the creatures. It ends on a very sweet but sad note as she's watching them leave. This, I give props because this was a very engaging song, very engaging scene, very funny performance by B. Arthur, and it's great, and you think it's going to end on her looking out the door and crying, but no, she goes back to the bar and you think it's going to be great. And then dickhead Corman's back there and tries to give her some flowers. So you take a good scene, the only good scene that we've had so far, and I think this has been on for an hour. Alright? And then you gotta throw in shithead Corman again. Alright. Now I'm within the last 10 minutes now. 10, 15 minutes. This fucking thing was like an hour and a half. Alright, stormtroopers go upstairs in Lumpy's room, and they destroy anything that would maybe have information on Han and Chewie. And then eventually Han shows up. And they're on like a balcony. Like Lumpy's room is on the second floor. Like here's downstairs and here's where they are. Like Lumpy's over here, and then here's the room, and then here comes Han. And Stormtrooper tries to shoot Han. Han knocks like the gun out of his hand. It falls on the floor. The fucking Stormtrooper trips on his gun, falls over the banister and dies. Okay, now in the first movie, these Stormtroopers didn't seem too retarded, okay? They actually hit their targets a lot. I mean, remember the opening sequence when they get on Leia's ship. But over the years, the Stormtroopers grew this reputation of being worthless and blockheaded and they can't fucking shoot. Well, it probably started here where this fucking asshole trips over his gun and falls to his death. God damn it. So, Han and Chewie show up. They've saved the day. Han hugs Chewie goodbye. Han does some stupid, shitty dialogue with Mala. Like, it's basically the same scene with, Mark Hamill did. Gives her a long hug. And then we get this awkward moment. Get this long hug between Mala and Chewie, and it looks like they're going to fucking make out. And I don't care about what you people think. I'm not into furries. I'm not into animal sex. Do you want to see two fucking Wookiees make out? I hope not. So Art Carney returns. I literally write... Alright, look. Right here. Art returns. Blah, blah. Because no one gives a shit about Art Carney in this fucking film. Now, so, we got the last maybe 5 minutes to go. Haven't really seen anything to do with Star Wars so much. Nothing to do with any fucking holiday. So we finally get to the part where they're going to do this Life Day. It is Life Day, right? Yeah, Life Day celebration. So what do we get? We get the Wookiee family holding up some fucking golden snow globes. They're dressed in fucking, it looks like Jedi robes. And we see stars behind them, and they're walking into this big bright light. And then we end up in a cave with a bunch of other fucking Wookiees. And then Leia shows up, and Han's there, and Luke Skywalker's there. And Leia sings the Life Day song. I don't know what she was saying because, sorry, Carrie Fisher, I love you as an actress and as a person. You couldn't really sing in this song. I had already fucking checked out, so I don't even know what she says. We never get an explanation of Life Day. We didn't get clips from the movie, the original movie. And then we get the credits. And then I want to put a fucking gun in my mouth. This is what I think of the Star Wars Christmas special. Okay? This was a waste of 90 minutes. There's a reason why this was never released, okay? I mean, George Lucas has a bad reputation with the prequels, okay? But he went with what he had written on screen. He's produced Howard the Duck. He's produced Howard the Duck, which I do love, but it's a stupid ass fucking movie. And he didn't want anything to do with this. That tells you something right there. But what have you. I don't know what else to fucking say about this movie. I've said enough. Kyle, I can't totally blame you 100%, but I'm going to blame you at least a little bit for giving me the idea. So I'm sorry, buddy. I know you're doing a great job getting my name out there. But god damn it, man. So, in closing, cheers. Don't watch this movie to save your life. You know, just die a slow, painful death instead. Hopefully one that doesn't last 90 minutes like this film. So hopefully, you know, I don't even care. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, the usual stick. Yeah. Cheers. See you later.